Hello YouTube fan zizzles. I don't know words. Just making a little quick video about the setup for this amp that just arrived, that I have to film for Le Tonkin. It's a French company made in the US. Has nothing to do with French people actually, but Le Tonkin sounds good. I think a lot of you think, oh, Henning's just a rich guy who buys all this gear to show it to us. This is a business now. It started as, you know, hey, I'll do some China pedals and I make some pedal videos and I get to keep the pedal. Sometimes the gear stays here in trade for the video. If it's valuable gear, that is how I deal with the companies, to give you long-term placement of the gear. Sometimes something comes, I make a video, it goes back, I write a bill for it. So no, I'm not this rich trust fund guy that just buys all the gear to show you. I do this 12 hours every single day, including weekends. It is a job. It's a fun job. It's great. I love it. I love the connections with the companies. I love the people from the brands, some of them. I love you guys, some of them, not most of them. I love the woman behind the camera, but in the end, it is a job. So some of you think, well, YouTube's easy, you just have to be stupid and drink coffee and I can do that with my phone. Yes, there are some YouTube videos that can easily be done with a camera. I just watched Unbox Therapy yesterday. I watched 3 videos. Cool channel, 13 million subs. They got one front camera, good light on it, sounds good, looks great. I think they have a second camera on top. That's all good. There are videos where you can do that. There are channels where you can do that. The way that I produce is different. Because everything you see in the video is being switched and edited as I go, I can't really pre-produce a lot. Well, I could, but I don't want to. So that means I could get shots of the amp and shots of the knobs, and then in the video you never see the knobs. And every single setup I do and every sound I do, I could shoot the knobs and the settings ahead of time, so that in the main video I'll just fly in those clips. It is days of editing, it is a lot of planning, and I'm way too lazy for that. So I want to show you the way I do it. The way I do it is a lot of setup time. A lot of money involved to get the gear, to get all the camera angles. So instead of having all the angles pre-produced, I'll just rely on the cameras being set up while I film, which also makes it interesting with different angles. But just to get you an idea what needs to be done for an amp demo where the amp is in the middle of the room, especially with a combo where I'm not using only the aux or the Torpedo, where I actually have to mic the combo. So just to give you some behind the scenes. We have the Sky King combo here with some dirt. In order to get it high up so that you can see it beautifully, I propped it up on a coffee cap speaker. The colors match nicely. I'm miking that with SM57 type mic. That's a Lewitt MTP 440 and a Lewitt LTS 640, LCT 640 TS. That's it. I made sure that they're in sync. X, come here. X, come here. Come here. You're in Leslie's way. Yeah, buddy. For me, it's very important that you see this and get the feel for the amp. Yet, there are other channels, really big ones, that bug the shit out of me because they have so much money, so many videos, a real video team. I'm not saying who. But they never show the freaking top of the amp because, you know what, it would be inconvenient to set up another camera. Well, freaking do it for the people, okay? I think it's very important for you guys to see the top of the amp. Now the amp is in the middle of the room. How am I going to show you the top of the amp without you actually seeing a camera? Do you see a camera? No. Well, it's right here. That's why I have these beautiful Blackmagic micro production 4K cameras. Do you see it? It's coming on a triad orbit arm all the way over, which is possible because the arm is amazing and the camera is light. And that camera actually is hooked up with cables right there, going all the way over here, going into the cable hole over here into the whole system. That's my main camera. That's my guitar angle camera, one of them. And then I have this Sony A7 III with the G Master 16-35 on this Edelkrone slider plus Pro Plus something with a head module, which right now is being pumped into this Blackmagic Video Assist, and you can see that I get a really nice panning shot of the guitar when it's going to be there, and the amp, and you have some nice motion, and you get to see everything. So that's what that thing is doing. But see, because it drives all the way out here and has serious weight and value on it, it has to be on this giant Manfrotto high heavy duty stand, which means when it's right here, it's not gonna tip over. In order for you to, well, let's just talk about the mics here. So those two mics are actually going behind the amp into a stage box, which runs all the way around, arrives over here. And another camera, by the way, showing a totally unnecessary angle. It arrives over here, and that's where I've got the two mics going into this patch bay, going into my Apollo 8, which also is on the other side of the room. Now, I also want to show you what it sounds like in the room, to get you kind of a feel of not the close mic, but the room sound, for which I have two Lewitt LCT 340, very nice overhead condensers, kind of about 3 meters away from the amp, which will give us a stereo room sound, which is going, with Hoser cables by the way, over here into the Apollo Twin in stereo. Also, I have prepared the Magmol, because it'll kind of matches the seafoam greeniness. I have prepared the correct sweater, because that's very important. I have prepared a D'Angelico in the right color, and I'm also going to use my Schecter Nick Johnson in the right color. So all the guitars are color matched, which is of course way more important than their sound. That's lunch. So here is that guitar. I'm going to use all three of those. But we're going to talk about the back of the amp, right? Or le back, as they say in Holland. For which, over here is my Blackmagic cinema camera, filming the back of the amp. Because when I fiddle around with things, again, this is not stuff that's pre-produced, that I can fly in later. Once I fiddle on it in the video, you will see it. For which, yes, there needs to be an extra camera to do that. Let's finish with cameras. Here's another, that's still Vlad's, which I have to send to him. Sorry, Vlad. A G7 by Lumix with a really nice size lens, which films the amp from over here, but doesn't show the slider. And here's the Blackmagic something camera, which films, yet again, another angle of the amp. So Leslie can go nuts on amp angles. Amp angles, they're called. Let's talk about lighting. Now, you usually see the cheaper warm lights that get warm with the domes, with the domes, the soft boxes. You can get those for a nice kit for about 100-150 euro, but they're very big and they take up space. I used these for quite a while. I have 6 of them. They're the Yongnuo some YN 600 or something, 600 LEDs. Pretty neat light. I used 3 of them, but of course they're not super true to color, and it's not professional, but it's a good light for 130, 140 bucks, including a power supply. This one's actually being powered with batteries right now. So this one actually I set up. See, we have Sony batteries, which I have quite a ton of. Also on a Triad Orbit stand. Everything here is on Triad Orbit. So this is lighting the back of the amp because it wasn't bright enough. So yeah, if you want to do this right, you'll need a light. If you want to do it right, you need a light on the back of the amp. This light up there is actually a Dado D-LED 4SE BI DMX. That's what's called a headlight. I learned things from my friend Philip Lohmeyer from Thomann, who said you need a light on your head so that your shiny baldiness shines like a halo. Apparently that's something film people do. I don't know. I'm a studio guy. I'm learning about all this video stuff as I go, and when people tell me, dude, you did that wrong. So that dado light is coming in from the back to illuminate, kind of to put a nice halo around the guitar and myself. So it's a very precise spot coming in here, which, yeah, I bought for you nutzos, so the videos look really good. That stupid little spot, look it up. It's pricey. And then we have this light up there, which I didn't talk about in my video setup video. That is the Light Panels Gemini 2x1, which is the big competitor to the RE Sky Panel. RE Sky Panel clocks in at 7,000 euro. I was this close to buying it, stupid Philip Lohmeyer, because he convinced me that that's a good idea. This only clocks in at, I think, 5,200. So when you see my videos and you're gonna go like, oh, that looks nice, I could do YouTube videos. You could, and you'd probably be better than I am. Just know that if you wanna get that look, you'll have to invest quite a bit of money, because that damn thing is 5,200 euro. Once I started using it, it does look good. The colors are true. Everything looks exactly the way that it looks, especially something like this. If I film this and in the video it comes out as not that color, Lo Ton King is not going to be super happy, because they're like, dude, we're not paying you shit because that amp doesn't look right. No, they would never say that, because they're nice people. But the point is, you want to do a good job for the audience, for the brand. And I personally just always want to improve. So that's the setup for a little combo demo. 2 mics, 4 mics, going into 2 different audio interfaces, big ass sliders, monitors, and obviously all that is then going also into Leslie's room, where she's switching. I haven't even played the amp. I have to figure that out, how that works. Oh! That one. The amp's being mic'd, but I'm also going with this thick ass mega speaker cable into the aux right here, so that we can get the sound that I'm used to, which is the 412 creamback loaded cab, and just also record that, because why not? So we're gonna have the room sound, the closed mic sound with 2 different mics, and the aux. The big ass setup. And, yeah, again, sometimes I get these comments like, you know, oh, dude, your video's shitty, you're an idiot, dude, you suck. It's all possible. I just want to make sure you guys understand how much work it is to actually do what we do here. And without Leslie, I wouldn't be able to do it. For many reasons. Because she's amazing. So, I actually got a smile from her, wow. Never seen her smile the first time. Yeah. At the end,